Good morning, afternoon, or evening to everyone. Our global business and marketing plan company that we've decided to choose is Telesat Canada. Today, you're going to be listening to Daniel Kraken, Sean Lin, Tiara McIntyre, Annalise Medeiros de Lucena, and Sadia Muksha.
Telesat is one of the largest and most successful global satellites companies that deliver to their customers critical connectivity solutions that solve the world's most complex communication challenges. Telesat appears in the fifth position of the biggest satellite companies globally and is in a competitive market with other companies like SpaceX, SES, and Iridium. Telesat offers three kinds of products. The LEO satellites, that the network is called Telesat Lightspeed, and it is a high-speed internet and performance, and the GEO satellites that offer coverage and connectivity solutions, and also the telepaths that provide access to the other satellites, maintaining the control over the networks for 25 hours. And the Telesat Teleport has 4 locations in Canada, 1 in the US, and 1 in Brazil. When it comes to branding and price, Telesat is one of the largest and more successful global satellites operators and has a 50-year background and very good brand awareness within Canada companies like Bell and Shaw. There is no set price to how much Telesat charges its clients. However, TV plans can range from around $70 to $130, and internet plans range from around 50 to 130 Canadian dollars monthly too. Now, talking about promotion and place, the Telesat services are meant for government and businesses, so there are no advertisement, sales promotion, social media, or publicity for the brand. And due to these services provided, there is no need for viral marketing, guerrilla marketing, or sales promotion. And about place, as Telesat is a global satellite operator, the satellites are stationary across the world, and the LEO satellites, they orbit the globe.
The six environments: financial economic environment. The economic and financial environment plays a huge role on Telesat. The annual revenue for the year 2020 is $820 million, and the net income for 2020 was $246 million. This company has a Lightspeed program that is projected to bring $1.8 billion of investment into Quebec aerospace sector. This will create 600 new highly skilled, high-paying jobs and billions of dollars in economic growth. And this company is doing more with a $600 million agreement. Technological environment. Telesat is entirely about technology and communication. This company is one of the largest successful global satellite operators, and they endlessly engage in new innovations. The $600 million agreement to bridge Canada's information and communication technology with Telesat LEO satellite constellation is a huge step in the technological environment that provides services to communities. They also have an agreement with a satellite communication technology company called Satisfy that provides advanced modem designs for both landing station and user terminals for Telesat. Political and regulatory environment. Telesat is a company that is approved by the Government of Canada as well as other legal parties around the world. Canada ensures that its low Earth orbit satellites, or LEO, follows regulatory framework that includes maintaining and defending worldwide spectrum rights, that the rule is flexible, and Canadian regulators have the tools needed to engage in the spectrum. They also meet government requirements such as following instructions on closing their facility due to COVID-19. Social cultural environment. Telesat is an influential company for their customers and others around the world. The company launched its new national scholarship program called Telesat Women in STEM. They help to empower more women to take a leading role in these fast-growing fields within technology. They also have the $600 million agreement that will provide for 41% of rural households and approximately one quarter of Indigenous communities in Canada with fast, reliable broadband internet service today. Geographic environment. The geography of the planet has a big impact on international business. Telesat provides consultation on technical issues, support services to satellite operators, insurers, and other industry stakeholders around the globe. Telesat has a private headquarters in Ottawa, Canada. Telesat consults, operate, and upgrade satellite systems to businesses and governments in over 40 different countries. There are many satellites placed into the Earth's orbit to target specific areas on Earth and are used for different purposes. For example, the 11N is a satellite that provides Ku-band or frequency range coverage to the Atlantic Ocean from the Arctic Circle to the equator. Competitive environment. Telesat is working on their low Earth orbit constellation, and there are many companies competing in this field. Global constellation will give access to high-speed broadband internet globally and in areas in Canada. A competitor, SpaceX Starlink, has won about $900 million in U.S. government funding to deliver broadband service in 35 states in the next decade. SpaceX Starlink newly said that they have more than 10,000 users. The company has said that they are presently having 1,000 satellites in the Earth's orbit. Telesat targets more enterprise markets like mobility and government rather than direct customers, whereas SpaceX target consumer market. Other competitors include SES and Iridium. They are all involved in the constellation market and are discussing different approaches to LEO constellation. Therefore, these are the factors affecting the 6 environments of Telesat.
Looking at the Telesat company as a whole, there are 2 different segmentations for their target market. Demographics would be the first. Many consumers that buy from Telesat are businesses. They use Telesat satellites for TV broadcasting, internet, and telecommunications. Companies like Blue Origin and Thales Alenia Space are some that buy from Telesat. On September 15, 2017, Bell Canada signed a 15-year contract with Telesat for a TS spot beam capacity over northern Canada on their new satellite, the Telstar 19 Vintage. The next would be behavioral. Consumers in this category like to look for the benefits when deciding to buy a product. Telesat has many different benefits that can help the government, telecommunications, and maritime networks that rely on these benefits. Some include quick service deployment, being affordable, and high throughput. Strengths are reasons why the company is so popular. Their first strength is market orientation. Telesat provides a variety of different products for all their target markets. They make sure that the target market is able to choose the best product for their business in order to satisfy their needs. Telesat identifies the business's needs and wants and makes the product available for them. The next strength is TQM. Telesat strives to produce high-quality products. That's why their market share increases, since they have many loyal customers who love their product. Luckily for them, none of their products have been recalled by the Total Quality Management. Weaknesses are things that a company needs to work on if they want to succeed in the future. The first weakness is HR. Telesat has not been the best with diversity within the workplace. Since Telesat is a technology company, they never thought of having to worry about diversity in their workplace. Fortunately for them, they have promoted their Women in STEM, which is a positive impact to gender norms, but they have never talked about the diversity between races, religions, and cultures within their workplace. The second weakness is corporate social responsibility. Even if Telesat is a popular brand to many consumers, some environmentalists think differently. Their stance is obstructionist stance. They believe that the satellites they send up to space create sky pollution, which is when there's too much light that shines in the atmosphere and makes the night sky brighter. In this slide, I'm going to be talking about Telesat's opportunities and threats. Opportunities are things that the company can do to become more popular. The first opportunity would be creating more developments in artificial intelligence. Telesat has already started to try and develop AI to better help their consumers. This is a way to create a better understanding for consumer demand. An example similar to this would be how drones were created for cybersecurity, home surveillance, as well as delivering products for companies like Amazon. The second opportunity would be creating e-commerce and social media-oriented business models so that it can help Telesat get introduced to more local suppliers. E-commerce businesses have been known to be very popular and beneficial for different businesses. An example would be Shopify, which is one of the most well-known Canadian e-commerce companies. Next would be threats. Threats are things that could be possible dangers to the company. First is the World Trade Organization. Telesat has a plan with China for a phase in their next growth. Even though that is a very good thing for the future, there has been growing tension between the US and China trade relations. This can lead to more friction between the international trade. Lastly is globalization. Telesat is being pushed by globalization to cross national boundaries to make their products and services available all over the world. Unfortunately, they have to deal with the cultural diversity, which is a problem because they don't have much knowledge about the topic. When you have a company/organization such as Telesat that focuses on selling its current products and services to already existing customers, it is pursuing what is known as a market penetration strategy. This strategy is both part of the famous Ansoff matrix and is one of the 4 types of different opportunities that companies use to their advantage in marketing. Although these opportunities are quite effective when looking at strategic management and how to expand a business, each growth opportunity also naturally comes with a certain amount of risk involved as well. Telesat, being one of the largest and most successful global satellite operators, are able to always provide their customers with the best connectivity solutions that deal with some of the most difficult communication challenges. On March 30th, 2021, Telesat declared an agreement with a well-known software company called CloudOps in an attempt to build and begin promoting Telesat Lightspeed Cloud. CloudOps' main goal would be to deliver a secure cloud infrastructure that will enable Telesat to provide a flexible service to their customers over its Telesat Lightspeed Low Earth Orbit satellite network. This collaboration with CloudOps was big for Telesat and definitely helped improve not only the company's brand awareness, but their overall revenue as well. Marketing development. Market development deals with the process of companies selling their products to new customers, whether they are overseas or even customers that are in a totally different segment. Out of the 17 different satellites, Telesat's fleet consists of one of Telesat's newer satellites, which was in a very high demand in the ASLA Pacific region specifically, was the new Telesat 18 vintage high throughput satellite. This type of satellite is fully operational at approximately 138 degrees east and has become a part of what is typically known as the commercial service. The Telestar 18 Vintage was built by SSL, which is part of the Maxar Technologies company. SpaceX Falcon 9 was the name of the rocket that initially launched the Telestar 18 Vantage. On September 10, 2019, the rocket launched the satellite from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida and will continue to offer a growth in demand for things such as mobility and enterprise and telecom services across the entire Asia-Pacific region. The Telestar Vantage provides impressive coverage and, believe it or not, can reach from Asia all the way to consumers residing in Hawaii. In addition to this satellite's Q-band payloads of HTS spot beams offer customers that are living in Southeast Asia, Mongolia, Australia, New Zealand, and the North Pacific Ocean a much larger variety and flexibility in positioning good quality broadband networks, which is actually quite important. Product development is when companies such as Telesat decide to start selling to their customers differently by changing and or enhancing product features, advantages, and benefits. On April 8, 2021, it was announced that Telesat Lightspeed, which is an example of Telesat's low Earth orbit network, has joined with and will be MEF Metro Ethernet Forum certified in order to meet the digital transformation needs of both service operators as well as telecom operators, the main customer base of Telesat. MEF is a global federation of network cloud as well as a technology provider who work collectively with other organizations such as Telesat. In order to satisfy the digital and technological needs of enterprise customers, telecom operators, and service providers, Telesat has decided to utilize its involvement with MEF in a way to allow customers to easily integrate with the new and improved Telesat Lightspeed network. By doing this, it will greatly improve their customers' network coverage, performance, and profitability. All three of these things are a prime example of product development. There are several benefits of using Telesat Lightspeed, such as high throughput, low latency, quick service deployment, and 24/7 service, of course. MEF will not only make sure that Telesat is certified, but it will also ensure that the company is successful in the industry. In addition to this, by keeping Telesat Lightspeed up to par with MEF standards, customers will be able to take full advantage of high capacity and low latency connectivity, without the various complexities that may occur, which are related to modern satellite-based solutions. Joining with MEF will greatly improve their customers' network coverage, performance, and profitability, as well as satisfy the digital and technological needs of enterprise customers. Regarding diversification, Telesat would consider expanding their profit potential and standard out other competitors through market opportunities with the entertainment industry market, providing solutions and bringing technologies to develop and expand over the top platforms. To address high-quality sports and concert transmissions worldwide would offer a reasonable and necessary step. Considering these aspects as a new market opportunity, Telesat would become more competitive and tailor customers' expectations and sport organizations or big concert venues that want to increase their global audience and revenues. That could be delivered to the audience as a broadcast channels or as a direct-to-consumer offering. Significant events such as the World Cup or big concerts would reach several potential audiences at remote venues across the globe in real time. Fans would be connected everywhere and companies could have a boost in their ticket sales.
Let's talk about the 5-steps approach to market research for Telesat. Step 1. Define the problem. Telesat expands toward Asia and Pacific Ocean, including China. With the expansion, Telesat is put into a frisky position right between the tension between both its clients, the United States and China. Because of the tension between China, United States might choose another US-owned satellite company instead of Telesat. Step 2. Analyzing the situation. US and China are in a trade war as trade deficit between the two countries continue to grow. And China recently was monitoring US Navy ship while it passed through Taiwan Strait, a sensitive area for both China and the US. Step 3. Problem-specific data. The chart by Statista shows just how big the deficit between China and the US is. Step 4. Interpret the data. As the chart shows, the trade deficit between the two countries suggests unfair trade balance between the two countries. These led to tension between the two countries as the trade deficit continues to grow throughout each year. Step 5. Develop conclusion. The China and United States are in direct competition with each other, which puts Telesat at a vulnerable position. And China and the US are advancing in satellite technology, which means that they might find replacement for Telesat with their own country-made satellite companies.